to get on them Twitters and they
Wow, Fat Joe
Yeah,
going in like that? Fat?
I'm hurt.
I know you heard, 'cause I know you rock with Fat Joe. So like, I want to
I,
know how King take on this
Yeah,
one. Fat Joe? Go ahead, Joe.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. I was, I'm actually, I'm not surprised because he was saying some stuff like this before earlier this year. He was on the Breakfast Club too, on some stuff like this. But Hakeem, you want to go first?
nah, I'm gonna have to pass on this one. I got a headache.
Wait, but from Fat Joe, shout out to A Dub that's also in
Okay,
the
I'm gonna
building
go
right now,
first.
watching us
I'll
right
go
now.
first. I'll go first. So this is a problem, right? And because it all started with Tariq Nasheed he made a documentary called Microphone Check, right? And he's really doing it because of 50 years of hip hop, and and he was going to the grassroots of how hip hop was started, back in the Bronx, back in the late 70s and everything. And what Fat Joe was trying to do, Fat Joe was trying to say, it wasn't created by Black Americans, it was created by Puerto Ricans and everything. And he's trying to put he was trying to put his imprint of how, it wasn't started by Black Americans. It was started by Puerto Ricans. It was Puerto Ricans who made hip hop. And he was saying this earlier this year. And so, and then once Tariq Nasheed, he made his documentary and everything, and and with that, Fat Joe, he has a problem with what Tariq Rasheed was doing with the cancer microphone check, and also talk about hip hop. That hip hop wasn't made by just Black Americans. It was made by, and also you made a statement about it was made by Jamaicans too, which he was being any idea real. And now that he's seen, Fat Joe's following these Twitter spaces, he's calling these B1 FBA people, and he's calling them racist and everything because um if you're not because he's trying to what Fat Joe did, he's trying to delineate of us as Black Americans. It's like, if you get it all like Haitians or Jamaicans and everything, if they're not, if they're not part of if they're not, I'm just saying they're not part of the culture. If they're not part of the culture or anything like that, he's calling these FBAs being racist to him and everything, which is not the case. What we trying to do as Black Americans, like Tariq said, they're just trying to protect the culture and making sure, when it comes to stuff that we made, when it comes to hip hop and everything, it was made by Black people. And Fat Joe, he trying to say something else and everything. And now since Tariq Nasheed made microphone check, and how Black people were protecting our genres, our music, our hip hop and everything, he has some problem with that, especially with Lord Jamar, what Tariq was saying, also Lord Jamar and everything. And now, he's still going. And Fat Joe is still going on with his rhetoric, and now he's saying what he's saying right now. So, to me, Fat Joe really needs to sit down. Leave. Just leave this stuff alone. If it wasn't for hip hop and everything of the culture that we build, you wouldn't be where you are right now, Fat Joe. You wouldn't. So, and Fat Joe, he's just going his rant and everything, and and to me, I just feel sad for Fat Joe because he ain't go this route. All you had to do is like, hey, when it comes to hip hop, the history is right there. It was created by Black people. Started off in New York in the Bronx and everything, and then Fat Joe, he said something else what he just said and everything. Like, no, it was my people who said, oh, it's like, no, it wasn't like that. So, Fat Joe, he just want to have start problems and everything, and it shouldn't go that far. So that's my take on it.
Yes, Genesis, I'm with you. Fat Joe is really not part of the he's not really part of the black culture. Fat Joe, remember, he got his known variety when it came to hip hop from what's his name? Big
KRS.
Pont, Big
Yeah,
KRS
Big
One.
Big
KRS
Pun.
One and Big Pont. So that's
Yep.
what people know him for. Because at the end of the day, Fat Joe was an entourage for Big Pont, so he was just with him, and that's how he got his known variety. But I really believe I'm with piece by piece. I think he's trolling because this don't seem like Fat Joe because most of the people he hang around with are black. Now, when it comes to FBA, I'm not gonna lie, he does have a good point when it comes to certain aspect of that. Some of them do be scamming the community. Not all of them. And we're not gonna say the names. I'm not gonna say the name because I don't want. I don't want them to come looking for us. But some of them do scan the black community. But there are some like Tariq Nasheed who are trying to help the black community. And aspect you saw that he built a museum. He tried to keep the black culture within tame. So there's also people that do good within the community. So Fat Joe's coming from the aspect. I don't know what he's probably hearing because he's in a different group of people. So he's probably hanging around certain people and they telling him information. Because Fat Joe don't know because he don't really hang with Tyreek Nasheed, Umar Johnson, and other people from the FBA. So I'm just shocked that this is coming from Fat Joe, knowing that he hangs with a lot of black people. That's why I wanted to know your commentary, Hakeem. But it was just I think it was too much to swallow for you. So
I
that
can.
being said, Ruthless, what's your thoughts on this about the situation with Fat Joe before we move forward?
Oh man, I'm so these non-essential problems. Right? Black people got bigger fish to fry. Okay, so he has an opinion on whatever guys, right?
Yes.
Some organization, whatever they have. And let's keep it real. Puerto Rico, whether you like it or not.
Yep.
And that's his opinion. Our own community dealing with each other.
Yeah.
Right? We can't even get along. Why are we worried about this? But let's focus on our opinion about our own selves that we can't seem to get right. All over the place. Men are divided all over. Right? The rich and the poor black people trash, poor black people say the rich black men. We got to get our own house in order before we even can really address Fat Joe, because we're all over the place. And until we address our own issues in our own culture, whatever y'all want to call it, we don't have a culture. We don't have a community. That's the sentiments out here. No community. Black people don't have a community, but we got a fucking culture. That doesn't make no sense. Right? Those two go hand in hand. So until we get about our position on how we're going to treat each other and make black excellence great again, then people like Fat Joe, Cardi B, they're going to, and whatever they want to, however they want to, do what we do is complain about it. And nothing's going to get done.